Good day everyone! Today we will discuss about the lesson 5, which is about the customer survey, together with my group mates. I am Angelica Rojas, your first reporter for today. Before we proceed to what really customer survey is, first let me tell you something. Why understanding customer needs is really important. Okay, so if we think of the word customer, what comes to your mind? I give you 3 seconds to think about it. So if your answer is they are the individual who purchase your product or services, or they are the key to the business success, or they are the reason why businesses are still running, or anything that near to these descriptions, you're right. You know, customers are really important as they are is really important part of the business as they are drive revenues which increase the growth for the business success. Without them, businesses will not exist. The importance that we've been talking now should feel by the customer because as you know, customer have these 2 perspectives. I am important and consider my needs. Every customer should feel what they need to feel, even it is through online, phones, or personal with a rightful actions and conversations with your customer as they need that kind of customer service where every staff are showing importance to each of their customer. As we know already about customer, let's proceed to the very point of lessons. Of this lesson, the customer survey. So what is customer survey? As states here, it is a method of gathering feedback from customers. They assist businesses in assessing customer satisfaction, measuring consumer involvement, doing market research, and evaluating expectations. This is where your customer survey result may assist by providing information on what is the greatest thing to do, what excites your customers, and what frustrates them too. In this method, you may determine what your consumer or your customers truly needs and wants by involving and responding to them through survey forms or personal talks. The main purpose of this survey is to examine your customer needs on an ongoing basis in order to make sure you're still delivering what they want and to stay ahead of the competition. We must keep in mind that your customers' perspectives as well as their customer needs and desire are constantly changing. This is why there is a customer survey. It will provide ideas that will help to change over time your product and your services to the market that are based on your customers' desire in order to provide good customer service. Because the consumer is the most crucial component of your organization when it comes to products or services. Innovations, it should all revolve around the customer wants and needs. According to Steve Jobs, the founder of the Apple, get closer than ever to your customer. So in fact, that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves. If we really want to know the customer needs and wants, we must do a survey. When we say survey, it is not just in a form or in a paper, which also one of the best way to know your customer, but talking to your customers can also consider like you're doing a survey. How? Within those words comes out from the customer's mouth, there is always a hint of what they need in your product or services and what makes you and that words can make a change that the way how will you use it to improve both your product and services. Don't just stand there waiting for your customer to arrive and thinking what's the best to innovate. Move and get closer to whom your products or services for. The importance of customer survey. Customer survey is important because it is used to gain insights for the customer's needs and the requirements, their loyalty, as well as obtain useful feedback, whether in a positive or in a negative light. Its benefits are vastly employed in modern business to enable companies to achieve more customer and to satisfy them.
Keep in touch with your customer. You can do this by talking to customer on a regular basis. Like for example, if you are handling an online business, you can communicate with customer by live selling, letting your customer ask you in the comment section about the prices, amount, variety, and every information they needed to know about the product you are selling. Or you may have them join into a specific group page or group chat wherein you may be able to easily entertain their concerns, complaints, and questions. Second, sending out questionnaires. These questionnaires can be classified as both quantitative and qualitative method, depending on what nature of your questions. And you may send out questionnaires in customers by performing an in-house survey wherein you select your staff to conduct surveys directly through the customer's house to ask them about something. Third, leaving questionnaires and feedback forms in visible spots or enclosing them with products when sold. Next, to be followed by conducting a telephone survey through telephone. Through telephone survey, you may choose to call potential respondents with the aim of getting them to answer the questions in the questionnaire. The advantage of telephone questionnaire is that it can be completed during a short amount of time. Next is carrying out an exit poll when a customer leaves the store, hotel, business premises. Like for example, if you're handling an hotel business, you may make an exit poll and let your customer answer it before leaving the building so that you may know their views or experience in your customer service and if it is reaches their expectations rather. Six is conducting an online survey via your website or by sending an email. Most business owners use online surveys to share or post their surveys links in various social media platforms as it is the most efficient and convenient way to keep in touch with the customer. As we are now in a mid of pandemic and most of the people right now is active on social media, conducting online surveys is very helpful as it can cater large scope of customer as it has no limit. Or sending surveys via email, often attaching prepaid envelope through emails. Sending of surveys, customer will provide accurate answers because respondents can answer questionnaires willingly at their spare time. Last is using a pop-up website evaluation survey. Pop-up surveys, also known as on-site surveys, on-page surveys, or survey widgets, are a special form of customer feedback service. Companies use it to capture insights from website visitors in an unobtrusive way where they are browsing a website or using a web application. At the same time, pop-up surveys are harder for visitors to miss as given by its name and thus generate a higher customer engagement. Another important characteristic of such surveys is that they are usually composed of 2 or 1 question. This makes such pop-up quick and easy to fill out, greatly increasing the response rates you generate. Here are some examples of survey pop-ups. Note how little effort is acquired from a person to answer survey questions. In the case of the pop-up, all they need to do is select the appropriate option, for example. Or on the other hand, like this pop-up sample that requires making a yes or no decision regarding continuing answer the survey.
There are 2 types of survey question, the ranking and the comment question. First is the ranking question. This is like when you are conducting a research survey which you use to rank different question in your survey. This is important when conducting your customer ang service to customer if you're asking your respondent about desired items or if you want to understand what's essential to them. A ranking question will assist you with a rank set of preference. This is especially useful when trying to understand your respondent's real-world decision. For example, 5 for excellent or 5 for very satisfied, 4 for good or 4 for satisfied, 3 for average or 3 for neutral, 2 for fair or 2 for dissatisfied, and 1 for poor or 1 for very dissatisfied. This second type of survey question is comment when question which this is open-ended inquiry that is used to collect any long-form feedback or suggestion. They are in an open text form so the respondent can respond based on their own knowledge, feelings, and comprehension. Comment question clarifies the reason behind the customer feedback. This is further explanation why thus customer give positive or negative feedback or the rating on your own product or service.
Companies use survey analysis to get input on everything from products to the buying process to customer service. Most businesses integrate this valuable information with other types of client feedback to produce actionable intelligence about the complete customer journey. Don't neglect your customer. Instead, reply to them and earn their trust. Ignoring or favorable or negative comments has the ability to harm firm's reputation, as well as provide the appearance that the organization is less transparent and less customer-centric. Most of the important aspect of client segmentation is through their demographic information. Targeting certain customer or audience allows for more efficient marketing resource allocation and boost cross and upselling opportunities. More individualized interaction are also feasible as a result of this technique, which improve customer service and foster client loyalty and retention. Here are the 8 tips of creating customer surveys that get responses. First is to define your customer survey goal. It is the most important and first step. Why did Why did you conduct this survey? Which measure of or touch point in the client experience do you wish to evaluate? What is the main purpose of the collecting feedback from your customers? Is to explore your customers' needs and requirements, discover opportunities to provide better support to your customers, determine how a specific service transaction had an effect on customer relationships. Be more specific regarding on your goal. Select the appropriate survey type after determining exactly what do you want to evaluate. Second is write clear and unbiased customer survey questions. By means, unbiased questions can be answered by everyone equally who is acquiring your product and services. It is pointless to have a high response rate if the survey result doesn't assist you to meet your objectives. You must write quasi, easy to understand and customer survey questions to encourage dependable and valuable responses. Third is to send your customer surveys in relevant channel. Place your surveys on the appropriate channels to make it simple and comfortable for people to provide significant responses, reaching out to your customer in place where they are clearly considering your products and services, such as social media, website, email, and text messages. After all, it is unlikely that your customer will contact you. You'll always be the one to lean around for them to complete your survey. Fourth is keep your survey short. Shorter surveys have higher completion rates, which means they have overall better data quality. Customers will appreciate it if you let them know how long the survey will take to complete. This information can be included in your survey request or at the start of the survey. It's also beneficial to have a progress indicator so that the respondents may see how many questions remain to be answered. Fifth is offer incentives. Customer will be more likely to respond if they are given incentive to participate in the survey. You could give a monetary or tangible incentive such as cash, gift cards, coupons, free pens, or notebooks. This can attract your customer to fill out your customer survey. 6 is include a variety of customer survey questions. Don't design your entire survey around a single question type. If you simply ask open-ended question, your survey will take too long to complete. Asking simply closed-ended question, on the other hand, can prevent you from receiving thorough feedback and further ideas. To get the ideal balance, use a combination of open-ended and closed-ended questions. Make more of the latter so that customer can complete your survey promptly. Always allow your customer to elaborate their responses, including an optional open-ended question or two at the end of your survey questions. 7 is give your customer options. Make sure your questions aren't obligatory. When compelled to answer every question, a customer may give incorrect answers in order to complete the survey. Allow customers to skip questions they don't want to answer. Include other options in multiple choice questions so they may express their own perspective and send surveys through SMS or email. And use inclusive wording and option in demographic questions. 8 is always follow up. Don't just say thank you once they've completed your survey or customer survey question. Instead, email them the survey findings. When you inform customer the result, they feel valued because
Good customer service starts with good recruitment. Ensure that you recruit the right of people for the right job. Having suitable personnel on board to handle customer service is the first step toward providing exceptional customer service at your company, but it is not only about having a functional expertise, but also having an interpersonal skills, as this is important in providing a good customer service. That is all for today. Thank you and keep safe, everyone.